Hi, thanks for coming by. Do you feel fall coming? I'm sorry, autumn? I'm sorry, if you're in the northern hemisphere? Okay, let me start again. If you're in the northern hemisphere, do you feel autumn coming? It's around the corner, I feel it. And I'm not just excited because I'm a knitter, I'm excited because I'm a knitter. You know what my fall knitting project's gonna be? I'm gonna knit the Harry Potter sweater. You know, you can buy the kit from New Lanark Wools and get the actual, like, this color sweater with the golden H for Harry, and wear Harry's sweater. You know, the one he got for Christmas. Anyway, I think that's going to be super fun fall knitting, so I can't wait to get that started. So many of you have let me know that you've been having fun doing the little charms for Charm Pack 1. Have any of you? I mean, you've written me and said, you haven't called me that way. Hello, I just want to let you know. You've let me know you've saved spiders. You believe in unicorns. You've let people go ahead of you in line, and some of you have actually bowed like hippogriffs, like, please go ahead. But no one has written me and said, oops, where's your face? Where's your face? And said that they haven't complained for 24 straight hours. Now, I propose that we all just go to sleep for 24 hours and complete the task, because I haven't done it yet either. If you have done it, you know, you haven't let me know, so please let me know if you've managed to not complain for 24 hours. Because even if I slept for 24 hours, I still think I'd probably find some way to complain. I'd probably wake up and be like, too hot. So hot in here. So, Charm Pack 2, I'm so sorry to tell you. I know I said I was going to do one, but it's finished. I psyched you out. This one's really fun. I'm just going to go over a few of the charms. I'm not going to make this a super long video. But, oh gosh, who's more important? Okay, I'm going to start here. The first one is the puff skein. And puff skeins are little furry creatures that sit on your shoulder, and you can throw them around. They don't really mind. They're usually content, and when they're content, they hum. So in the book, I think in book 2, Harry goes to the burrow, to Ron's house, and walks in and sees a little basket sitting there with all these furry puff skeins in it, and they're humming. Like, who knows? Is it in harmony? Is it all just like random jumbled humming? Is it like dissonant humming? I think I'm gonna write a puff skein song now. It's just like all these hums. Puff skein jammin'. I'll call it puff skein jammin' song. Now I have to do it. All right. Anyway, Fred and George, when they opened up their shop, they made them multicolored, so you can make it any color you want, but then it would be a pygmy puff, because the pygmy puffs are bright green and whatever. But puff skeins are custard colored. And I put a little bit of blush on him, so he got to sit in the makeup chair to give him a little bit of pink hue. That one's about being contentment. Next, the raven feather. I even put little fuzzies this time on it. You know how feathers have those little fuzzy bits at the bottom? This is about time travel. And there's actually a task in the pattern that if you follow it through is you time travel. And please tell me if it worked for you. It's kind of an experiment. I've never heard of it done before, but I am very excited about that task. And what's more magical than a raven feather? Nothing. Except for the next charm. I'm just kidding. Okay, I will just go through them quickly. We have a bear paw, hibernation, star whale. Do you guys watch Doctor Who? The star whale, I think this is season 2, bears a civilization on his back. So we all know a star whale who takes care of others, so this is about doing something to help them. Then we have a lucky cat paw. That looks exactly like Ruby's paw. You could make it any color. This is about the little cats that sit in stores and wave their paw at you from the cash register and they bring money in. This is about spreading the luck. So you might find yourself leaving $1 somewhere for someone to find, maybe outside of school. imagine the little kid like finding that dollar. Like, have you ever found $1 or more? You remember that. You're like, I found $1. And like, maybe you'll even tell someone, like, I found $1 one time. Like, it's just such an exciting moment. And so this is about spreading the luck. And I bet you if you leave $1 somewhere, you might even find $1 yourself somewhere. I'm going to leave $600 randomly spread around. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the golden ticket. Never mind, that went awry. Okay. Fairy castle. That's about conservation. Bat. That one is a scary task. Let me know how you do with that one. It's a little bit frightening, but exciting as well. And how can you do charms without a wand? This is a willow wand, 2.5 inches, with a unicorn core. So our unicorn tail feather, or tail for the core. So you can put whatever core you want in yours. You could do a dragon heartstring or a phoenix feather. That's your personal choice, and it also can be your secret. This one is hilarious. This is the Big Book of Monsters, the Monster Book of Monsters. This is the recommended reading for Hagrid's class, Care of Magical Creatures, so it had to be in the bracelet. This is a scary book unless you stroke his spine. Then he opens up nice and gentle for you and turns into a little kitten almost. This task is going to be about not facing your fear, but killing your fear. There is a little power antidote you can do to kill your fear, because fear has a tendency to run amok and wreak havoc in our lives, and it's just senseless, because so many of the things we're afraid of never happen. Let's kill our fear. It's a lower vibrational thought form that isn't even supposed to be in this matrix. So let's eradicate it, because guess what? Everything's okay. Okay? Everything's okay. Foxtail. This is a secret admirer task. I know I said I was only going to tell you about a couple, but I can't stop because there's one. This one's the dirigible plum. This is Luna's symbol, isn't it? Because she wears them as little earrings. Dirigible plums are about seeing the extraordinary in things, in the ordinary things. And I love this, that it's Luna's symbol, because when the gang first meets her, they don't understand her, and they think she's weird, and they make fun of her, they call her loony. And really, she's so extraordinary. And once they get closer, you know, she's an integral part of saving the world, really. And they might have overlooked her otherwise. But this is about, you know, seeing the extraordinary in something you'd see as weird or not pleasurable or not interesting. And it involves people and suspending your judgment. There's a pattern out there for dirigible plum earrings, and it's really good as well. Yeah, so check that one out. Pixie wing. Just a little light bit of mohair with little green wing veins in there. Can you see that? I got this shape because I just kind of pulled that strand in a little bit. See? So it just this one's about tea parties. You can't get very far in a magical, enchanted forest without running into a toadstool. Toadstools pop up where fairies have danced. I don't know if you've heard of fairy rings, but fairies dance and then little rings pop up in the forest. So this one is actually about movement, and it's about practicing soul movement. Soul movement, if you haven't heard of it already, is about being you but moving. So find a place. I do soul movement every single day outside in front of my magic garden. I have a little wish garden that I make wishes on, and I stand in front of it, and then I just let my body go. I just move. I just kind of dance, no music. Yes, my neighbors think I'm crazy. They're probably doing videos about how crazy I am, but I don't care. Soul movement is about me being you. Your body longs to move and release its muscle memory. Your body longs to release energy. And so when you keep it static, it goes into your cells and keeps your cells static, and that's when they start to not want to work together. So that's medical information, by the way. That's my weirdo theory. But you might twirl like a ballerina or stomp like a tribal person or just stretch. When you move, you synergize your physical body with the energy that you are inside. So it's about synergy. You might be like, a little bit of, you've seen people do like Tai Chi and things like that, and just make it up. Your body knows. It's about you and your movement. So I hope you have fun with that task. I certainly love my soul movement every day, and it helps to ground your feet. I do barefoot in the grass, and I go, and then let the roots run down my feet and go straight down to the ground in the center of the earth and just connect. And it's just a really fun thing to do, if not a little weird. Extraordinary. Maybe my neighbors do see the extraordinary in me. Actually, I have to admit, I'm kind of hidden when I do it. Like, there's kind of trees around me, so they can't really see me doing it. My cat sees me, though. The next one I love. Hedgie, hedgie, hedge, hedge. Look at his nose. Can you get a good angle? He has sort of like a pom-pom bottom. Really, he's not a pom-pom, though. He's a knitted piece, and then strands are woven through him in every direction to create loops, like that. And then you snip them, and then you roll them in your hands. When I was rolling him in my hands, his nose went like that. I wouldn't have even thought of doing that. I kind of had his nose straight, but as I was rolling him, it happened like kind of magically. So he's got the little, so rolling him, pushing his nose up, will make him shaped like that. We're at the last charm. I told you about all of them. I couldn't stop. This one is a little chameleon. Chameleons are such magical creatures. Now, there's a pattern out there by Hansi Singh. I know you've heard me talk about this before. It's a chameleon. It's anatomically correct. It's a genius. You might want to knit that one and make it small. Go for it. I had to have a chameleon at the risk of like copying her, which I didn't. I just kind of made up my own thing, but I had to have it because it's a really important symbol to me. Chameleons have vast symbolism. Everything from invisibility to adaptability, blending in too much, blending in not enough, slow movement, 360, looking at two things at the same time, multitasking. But what I learned when I was studying for this charm is that chameleons change color not just to blend into their environment for protection, they also change color according to their mood. So an angry chameleon might be dark brown, but a happy one would be bright green. So it started me thinking about camouflage, and they're the masters of camouflage. And I started thinking about our camouflage as people and got down to the topic of clothing. So the task involves sort of wearing your favorite things, because your clothing is a silent language. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of dumpy clothes that I wear, and I feel dumpy. I wake up and I put on my dumpy clothes, and then I feel dumpy. And I don't want that to sound shallow, that your clothes really matter, but when you feel radiant, you act with radiance. So today for the video, I put on my favorite jumper and my favorite earrings and my elephant ring that I love so much. Look at him. A stompity stomp. Look at his little feet. What is going on? So it's about wearing your favorite things and feeling radiant, and maybe giving that dumpy thing to charity. Maybe someone else would feel radiant in your dumpy thing. Who knows? Not that you have dumpy clothes. You know what I mean. Anyway, charm bracelet 2. Done. Stack them. They're really fun. I hope you're loving it, and I hope you're making garland and all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned, because Charm Pack 3 is coming very shortly, and there's some really fun stuff on it, and I can't wait to show you. As you know, my book's coming out September 26th, and I'm going to be releasing each pattern individually on PDF. So That means 11 new patterns are coming out in the next month. If you don't hear from me, it means it killed me. I'm just kidding. I love doing it, and especially for fall, it's time to knit, isn't it? It's always time to knit, but something about fall rolling in is like, give me my needles. Needles are really like magic wands, aren't they? Aloha Mora! I knitted the sweater! I'm gonna come up with some what are they called? Some spells for for knitting with my knitting wands. I'm not going to call them knitting needles anymore. I'm going to call them my knitting wands. So anyway, have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. And hopefully I'll see you next week. And until then, happy charming.